Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Hoy vamos a ver unas expresiones que los nativos usamos muchísimo y que son bastante curiosas pero muy propias de la lengua inglesa. Y lo vamos a ver a través de un ejercicio. ¿Cómo vamos a hacer el ejercicio? Pues he seleccionado 14 binomios que se usan mucho en el trabajo y para cada uno de estos binomios he escrito una frase. Yo diré la frase con un hueco y en ese hueco va un binomio. Te daré 3 opciones de binomios para que escojas cuál es el binomio correcto que va en ese hueco. Estas expresiones las llamamos binomios y se suelen formar por 2 palabras que se separan por un and o por un or. For example, fast and furious, rock and roll, sick and tired. Todas estas expresiones son binomios. Lo curioso de los binomios es que muchas veces podrás deducir el significado de la expresión en conjunto si conoces el significado de las palabras que forman la expresión. Pero normalmente no podrás invertir las palabras, o sea, no podrás cambiar el orden de las palabras, porque si lo haces, pues quizá te entiendan, pero suena un poco extraño. Por ejemplo, no diríamos roll and rock, diríamos rock and roll. Antes de empezar el ejercicio, recordarte que si quieres acceder al PDF con la transcripción de todas las frases que vamos a ver, así como las explicaciones y las traducciones al español, lo único que tienes que hacer es darle clic al link aquí abajo en la descripción del vídeo, poner tu correo electrónico y suscribirte a mi lista de mails. Recibirás tanto este PDF como también los futuros PDFs que va diciendo en los próximos vídeos. My name is Kate Maudsley. I am a lawyer working at a pharmaceutical company and I am certified by Cambridge to teach English to adults. In this channel, we talk about how to improve your business English to sound more professional and feel more confident when using English at work. So without further ado, let's dive in. Sentence number 1. The team's project was a success. We look forward to working again with them in the future. And the options are by and large, on and off, step by step. And the right answer is by and large. So the sentence would say the team's project was by and large a success. We look forward to working with them again in the future. By and large is used when something is mostly true but not completely. So a synonym would be mostly or generally or for the most part. And in Spanish, by and large would be en términos generales o mayormente o en general. Let's move on to sentence number 2. The new software has its limitations, but it's still quite decent for what we need. And the options are on and off, all in all, black and white. And the right answer is all in all. So the sentence would say, the new software has its limitations, but all in all, it's still quite decent for what we need. All in all means considering all the different parts of the situation, and it's used to introduce a summary or a conclusion. A synonym would be on the whole or altogether, and in Spanish would be teniendo todo en cuenta o considerándolo todo. Sentence number 3 is, I can give you an update, but I've only worked in the project, so I might be missing something. And the options are black and white, on and off, all in all. And the answer is on and off. So the sentence would be, I can give you an update, but I've only been working on the project on and off, so I might be missing something. On and off is used to indicate that something is happening or existing only some of the time. And a synonym would be at intervals or intermittently, or you can also say every now and then. In Spanish would be intermitentemente. And before we move on to number 4, it's worth mentioning that on and off can be interchangeable, which is not usually the case with these expressions. You can either say on and off or off and on. Off and on is correct, although it's not as common as on and off. Number 4 is a leader must know how to manage the at work. And the options are live and learn, ups and downs, bits and pieces. And the right answer is ups and downs. So the sentence would say, a leader must know how to manage the ups and downs at work. Ups and downs is used to express the fact that good things and bad things happen to someone or to something during a period. And a synonym would be good and bad things or highs and lows. In Spanish would be altibajos. Let's move on to sentence number 5, which is a little harder. The company's productivity improved in after implementing streamlined processes and investing in employee development. And the options are leaps and bounds, step by step, ranting and raving. And the right option is leaps and bounds. So the sentence would say, the company's productivity improved in leaps and bounds after implementing streamlined processes and investing in employee development. Leaps and bounds is used to express that something is improving or increasing quickly, so it's usually a positive thing. You can either say in leaps and bounds or by leaps and bounds. So you could say the company's productivity increased in leaps and bounds, or the company's productivity increased by leaps and bounds. And in Spanish would be velozmente, rápidamente, o a pasos agigantados. Number 6, she walked nervously in the hallway, getting ready for the business meeting. And the options are on and off, black and white, to and fro. And the right option is to and fro. She walked nervously to and fro in the hallway, getting ready for the business meeting. To and fro means to move repeatedly from one place to another and back again, or from side to side. And a synonym would be the binomial back and forth. In Spanish would be vaivén. Number 7 is, with all the messages going we found ourselves caught in an endless email thread. So I suggested switching to a call instead. And the options are back and forth, step by step, ranting and raving. The right answer here is back and forth. And the sentence would be, with all the messages going back and forth, we found ourselves caught in an endless email thread. So I suggested switching to a call instead. Back and forth means moving first in one direction and then in the opposite one. And a synonym is to and fro that we've seen before. In Spanish would be de aquí para allá o de un lado a otro. Number 8, I like to take a break from work to enjoy a peaceful walk and clear my mind. And the options are on and off, now and then, safe and sound. And the right answer is now and then. So the sentence would say, I like to take a break from work now and then to enjoy a peaceful walk and clear my mind. Now and then means that something happens sometimes, but not very often or regularly. And a synonym would be occasionally, from time to time, or you can also say every now and again. In Spanish would be de vez en cuando. Sentence number 9 is, after a long and tiring business trip, we finally arrived home knowing that our hard work had paid off. And the options are step by step, all in all, safe and sound. And the right answer is safe and sound. So the sentence would say, after a long and tiring business trip, we finally arrived home safe and sound, knowing that our hard work had paid off. Safe and sound means completely safe and without damage or injury. And a synonym would be safe or unharmed. In Spanish would be sano y salvo. Sentence number 10. The estimated time for completion of the project should be around 2 weeks. a few days, depending on unforeseen circumstances. And the options are do's and don'ts, back and forth, give or take. And the right answer is give or take. So the sentence would be, the estimated time for completion of the project should be around 2 weeks, give or take a few days, depending on unforeseen circumstances. Give or take means a little less or a little more of the amount mentioned. And don't confuse give or take with give and take. They're different binomials and have different meanings. Give or take means more or less, while give and take refers to the willingness to accept suggestions from another person and to give up some of your own. For example, in every successful negotiation, there must be a fair amount of give and take to reach an agreement. Now let's go back to give or take. A synonym of give or take would be more or less or approximately, and in Spanish would be más o menos. Let's move on to sentence 11. Yes, I will join the meeting. I'm just trying to get some finished first. And the options are leaps and bounds, odds and ends, do's and don'ts. And the right answer is odds and ends. So the sentence would say, yes, I will join the meeting. I'm just trying to get some odds and ends finished first. And it sounds very English. Odds and ends refers to a mixture of different things, not usually very important. And a synonym would be stuff or things. And there is actually another binomial that is a synonym of odds and ends, which is bits and pieces, and it's very English as well. In Spanish, we could translate it to restos o cosas sueltas. Number 12. When starting a new job, it's essential to familiarize yourself with the company's list of to ensure a smooth integration. And the options are leaps and bounds, give or take, do's and don'ts. I'll give you a clue. We've already seen leaps and bounds, and it meant quickly or swiftly. So the answer is do's and don'ts. The sentence would say, when starting a new job, it's essential to familiarize yourself with the company's list of do's and don'ts to ensure a smooth integration. Do's and don'ts are the rules of behavior, so what you should or you shouldn't do in a specific situation. A synonym would be rules, and in Spanish it would be normas or reglas. Let's move on to sentence number 13, and this is quite a trendy one. Sorry, can I just add one more point? I know we're almost out of time, so I will make it And the options are short and sweet, step by step, more or less. And the answer is short and sweet. So the sentence would say, sorry, can I just add one more point? I know we're almost out of time, so I will make it short and sweet. Short and sweet means brief, but pleasant and relevant, so it's a positive thing. A synonym would be brief or in a nutshell, and in Spanish would be claro o conciso. And let's have a look at the last one, number 14. The solution to the problem is clear communication and collaboration among team members. And the options are live and learn, all in all, plain and simple. And the answer is plain and simple. So the sentence would say, the solution to the problem is plain and simple. Clear communication and collaboration among team members. Plain and simple means clearly or without any doubt or complexity. A synonym would be straightforward or clear, and in Spanish would be claro o simple y llanamente. Pues esto es todo para hoy, espero que te haya gustado y que hayas aprendido y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Bye!